Yeah. What up? What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all had a good week. What's cracking YouTube? What's happening, everybody, family, man? You already know what we doing. You already know how we do it every pod. I get into the mix. Got some new treats for y'all on the production side, man. I want to shout out to my homeboy, Marcus. J.I. on his 47th birthday, man. Went over there, kicked it with bro. It was all good time. Seeing the girls as well. So it's always good when do that, y'all. Y'all ready? All right. Life Accused as a Teacher Coach, part 49. Yo, I hope y'all had a great week. I had a great week in the classroom. Had a great week at these schools. No issues, really. Just a little small, little light shit. You know what I mean? But you got to remind them who you are. And that's it. That's how it should be. You know what I mean? You got to reintroduce yourself sometimes. That's about it, though. That was smooth. Really smooth. Now, let's talk about tracking, though. This has been an issue for minds when it comes to education for a while. There was a part in the 90s, early 2000s, where it was like, yo, we don't want to track our kids. Everything went to college readiness and university prep and all this shit, right? So every school called themselves university prep and stopped doing the tracking shit. Like, that did our children in the city a disservice because what you were saying was either you're going to college or you're not. There was no more tracks for the trades. On top of no more tracks for the trades, there was no more tracks with introducing children to things that they possibly might like. You know, working for a district where you had a high school that was strictly had nursing and dental stuff in it that doesn't get used. Knowing you work for a district that has a business school where they had all type of business programs that they no longer do. Working for a school where it was a technological school and has a culinary arts program in it that they revived. Working for a school where they have auto mechanic and auto repair and auto diagnostic and all this other things, auto manufacturing that they still do. Working for a district where they have agricultural with real live animals that they do right now. Working for a school where they have audio visual equipment and run a show every day as part of the announcements that the kids produce, and all these new rappers, and then everybody want to rap and maybe make beats and be in the studio or get behind the camera to show them all the jobs behind the camera that we have. Now, I'm not saying all of those things should be at one school, but we have specialty schools in here that, for the most part, we have a language specialty school. We have an art specialty school. Then we have a couple of IB specialty schools. Then we have a university prep specialty school. Then we have regular schools with pieces. We have a technical high school that's the newest high school in the district that they need to just kick everybody out, find the current high schoolers that want to be in the trades that can utilize that stuff, and let them come in and find the eighth graders that's going to school. Now, what people don't understand, trades ain't just carpentry and electrician and plumbing and HVAC and all that shit. There's tons of things that you can do. So why not put our kids in the room with tons of things that they can do? Black, brown, white, yellow, it don't even matter. The kids in the city, because on the suburbs, they have this stuff for their children. So if we got more money, because we got a big ass city, we need to tell the Republican legislature, stop taking money from Milwaukee. Y'all do what y'all do. We'll give y'all a certain amount, but y'all can't tell us how much money we gonna get and pump that into our schools. You cannot have a great city without a great public school system. You cannot have a great public school system without a great city. They go hand in hand. So my thing is, if you want this city to be great, because we messed up in 2004, now it's time to get this city great. But it's going to be on the backs of our children and educationally where they go, and those children wanting to stay here. Like me, I'm 45. I want to go. I'm ready to get out of here because of the opportunity. Yeah, so that's just what I want to talk about. Why not? Right? Why not? We tried everything else. The shit didn't work. Everybody university prep shit didn't work. And why wait? We're losing children. These children don't have nothing to do. They don't have no dreams. They don't see what they can do. And there's so many things they can do. They can go get technical diplomas. Like me, myself, y'all see this, what I'm doing, and all this. I want to go back to school to get my audio engineering degree. I want to be an audio engineer. I want to be able to mix and master. As long as I can hear, I can do that forever for the rest of my life. Not only can it turn into something that I love to do, it's a revenue stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, and something that I can teach and something that I can pass down and show people what it is. I can, being in education, teaching and all this stuff all these years, I can teach it once I learn it. You know what I mean? Like, I can have my own classes on the internet. Man, how about that? Wow. You know what I mean? And certify people. I'm 45. What if a 15-year-old know that right now? That want to be in that want to be in the music. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, food for thought, dog. Food for thought. Why are we talking about the city of Milwaukee? After my life accused as a teacher, great things. The amount of violence in Milwaukee is just ridiculous, y'all. Like, with our children, and I'm tied in the life accused as a teacher, not really, though. Our children, we have lost 16 children shot and killed in the county this year. We have 85 that has been shot but have recovered from their injuries. And it's a what the fuck moment, because what can we do about it? These children just are on a road to destruction. And there's nothing we can do. There's things they can do for their church, but you got to be in that church, right? There's things they can do for recreationally that we offer them, Boys and Girls Clubs and YMCAs and all this shit that they can do, programs, nonprofits. There's all types of stuff these kids can do. But it's something that's going on with they're getting killed. They're getting shot. Now, is it kids doing it or is it older people doing it? If it's older people doing it, we need to call all the gang leaders, all the leaders of the blocks, and everybody sit down and get the youth under control. Like, it needs to be some old school, respected gang leader cat that, these are the rules. These is what we gonna follow. Like when Tupac was in jail and they went to him, he was talking that thug life shit. Niggas like, what you want to do, Pac? Because we losing too many kids. Like, I can't believe this little 12-year-old girl got murdered, rest her soul. Like, and you don't know never what the reports is truthfully about, right? You got one side, but you don't got the shooter side or why they shot. Man, so we need to do something, man. But I think the OGs, the gang cast, the whoever, they got the power and the clout in the city that most people are scared of. Them gang leaders, they need to sit down and figure out how to get this shit under control. Because we got to get it under control by force. We're hoping and praying. Prayer changes perception. We got to get out here and get this shit done. Because we're losing too many children to the justice system and we're losing too many children to death. That girl was 12 years old. Got shot. I mean, her grandma got shot with her. Like, at the crib. Outside. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm come from the old school. No women, no children. You know what I mean? No women, no children. All these women getting killed. It was a woman, I think what they said, a 32-year-old woman that was 36 to 38 weeks was pregnant, got shot last night, man. They killing a lot of women here, man. A lot of women are dying, man. I don't know, man. So I know where y'all at is the same thing. So I pray for y'all city. I'll think for y'all city, right? Y'all pray for my city and think for my city. Let's see what we can come to together, man, because this shit is out of control, y'all. It's out of whack, y'all. All right. Joe Biden. Federally pardoned federal criminal records of people with marijuana charges with an executive order. But see, the catch is it's simple possession. So I got caught with less than an ounce. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be less than an ounce. I got to see what simple possession is. How many grams? Let me see. What is the weight of? Well, what is simple possession of marijuana? Hey, yeah, marijuana. Cause I don't know how much is simple. How much? 30 grams. 30 grams or less. I mean, 30 grams or less ain't doing shit. That's like a quoquo. A little bit more than a quoquo. That ain't doing shit. So, okay, whatever. But it's better than nothing, right? First, simple possession will be pardoned, but not for trafficking, drug trafficking, or drug distribution. Charges all the way from 1970 and above. Second, Biden wants states to do the same. Plenty of people done went down to jail for blunts and weed and shit. Get that off their record, they can't get no jobs. Third, Biden wants to take bomb bud. I'm smoking bomb bud. Yeah, we smoking bomb bud off the Schedule 1 list. They said fentanyl is not on the Schedule 1 list. This shit is on the schedule with the roughest, toughest drugs because of Richard Nixon, how they wanted to criminalize black people. And he knew everybody liked to smoke weed, but he knew I can get the black people and get them off the streets. So it is what it is with that. So now we're trying to decriminalize marijuana. The same thing they did with alcohol. They couldn't tax it back in the day. They criminalized it. Then prohibition came. They figured out how to tax it. Then we rolling. They already know how to tax weed right now. So everybody get prepared to pay more because we on our way for this shit to get legalized federally. It's estimated 6,500 U.S. citizens will get their charges dropped and cleared off their charges dropped by pardon. This doesn't clear it off their record, but you can tell them it's on my record, but I got pardoned by the president. Right? Once again, this is for simple marijuana possession of 30 grams or less. But people would complain about your shit. It ain't enough. Why? It ain't never gonna be enough for everybody. There's some people that's gonna fall through the cracks. But for simple possession, this will help many people. It's a great first step. Be patient, people. That's what I tell you. Do we really want drug dealers charges cleared for all the drugs or only the drugs we like? We want everybody to get off for the shit they was doing and the destruction it may have caused. We do have weed heads and people who can't function without the weed and it destroy their lives as well. You know what I mean? We know nicotine and alcohol are gateway drugs. We know weed is not the gateway drug. It's alcohol and it's cigarettes. But do we really want drug dealers to get off for doing some illegal shit, possibly killing people or somebody? You know what I mean? Come on, man. This is going to help people. I'm with it. Shout out to Joe. Yeah. Y'all hear it, y'all. This is what we do at Confidence in the Klutch. I hear my shit. It's like some R. Kelly shit. Yeah. Hey, yeah. I ain't the best chair dancer in America. I just had to give y'all a little taste. NFL Week 5, man. Listen. I'm running this song back, too. This roughing the passer shit is trash. If quarterbacks is going to be the person that we protect the most out of everybody, we know that already. I told you I'm running this shit back. We know it already. So what I'm saying is we got to make it a little bit more equitable for the other players. Like bro that tackled Tom Brady, right? Yeah, he kind of swung him around, but you can't hit him hard. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't hit him from the chest up to his head. You can't go from his knees below, right? You can't hit him hard as fuck. You can't pop him. All thing you can't do is grab him and try to swing him around to get him on the ground. You trying to protect him. You trying to protect you. Come on, man. That shit was trash. I'm from the generation of people getting popped loud, right? And it's funny. But I'm all for the violence being taken out of the game right now from the concussion shit. But fuck the QB, but don't fuck the QB, yo. Because what about everybody else? What about in the trenches where every snap is a bow, it's a hit? Yo, come on. They're quarterbacks are football players too, just like the kickers and the punters and everybody else, right? And it need to be fair game on them like any other player on the team. Now, I know some people would say, well, the franchise is just the quarterback, and without the quarterback, the team wouldn't be what it do. But shit, there's other motherfuckers that play on that team that contributes to that win. The quarterback can lose the game for you more than anybody on your team. So, I know it's a QB-driven league. I know. But damn, yo, let the defense play. And I agree with Micah Parsons that if y'all gonna call this bullshit, just make the league 7 versus 7. Because I seen it play for, who was that? Oh yeah, with the Raiders and the Chiefs. Mahomes got the same shit that happened to Brady, but then y'all called it Derek Carr on the Derek Carr shit from Kansas City hitting him, and that didn't look as bad as the Brady shit did. If that even was, if the Brady shit was considered bad, But it's up to the official discretion. That's why, man, I'm with I think Stephen A and them, or maybe Shannon and them was like, yo, we need to review the roughing the passer shit. I believe that. And they need to go to New York. We need to go to New York, because if I think it's roughing the passer, somebody else might not think it's roughing the passer, and that shit need to go to New York for real. Straight up. All right. As far as the league, I'm telling you, I ain't in it. My fantasy teams are, what am I? 3-2 and 1-4. The conference in the Klutch League 1-4. The barbershop league, I'm 3-2. It's a lot of season left, man, but I'm tripping. Ain't nothing I can do about it though. Let's get into our conference in the Klutch NFL top 6 week 5 power rankings. Coming in at number 6, Baltimore 3-2, first in the AFC North, 7th in rushing, 4th in points for, 3rd in turnover differential. Coming in at number 5, I got the Buccaneers at 3-2, first in the NFC South, 3rd in passing, 6th in rushing, 8th in defensive rushing, 6th in defensive total yards. They getting it. 6th in defensive points for, 5th in total turnover difference. Now, people will say, where the Vikings at? Where the Giants at? Where the Packers at? Well, I'm looking at the Giants, the Packers, the 49ers, the Vikings, and who the fuck they play. Now, the 49ers might have more of a case than the Buccaneers on here, but I'm taking the fact who the Buccaneers played. I'm taking the fact who Baltimore played. 49ers played, so they may have something to say, but that's why it's on my list. Number 4, the Cowboys, 4-1, 2nd in NFC East, 7th in defensive total yards, 7th in defensive rushing, 3rd in defensive points. Balling, right? That's the thing. 2nd in turnover differential. The Chiefs, 4-1, coming in at number 3, 1st in AFC West, 6th in total yards, 4th in passing, 3rd in defensive rushing, 1st in points for. Number 2, the Bills, 4-1, 1st in AFC East, 1st in total yards, 1st in passing, 2nd in defensive total yards, 4th in defensive passing, 2nd in defensive rushing, 2nd in points for, 1st in defensive points, 7th in turnover differential. Man, them numbers sound good. Sound real good. Till you get to number 1, the Eagles, 5-0, 1st in the NFC East, 2nd in total yards, 7th in passing, 4th in rushing, 4th in defensive total yards, 5th in defensive passing, 10th in defensive rushing, 5th in points for, 1st in turnover differential. They like this. That Eagles Bills, man. Yeah. Them teams are right there neck and neck. Once again, Baltimore, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, and Eagles, man. Yeah. All right. We're finishing on Draymond, and I'm gonna get to the music, y'all. We'll talk about it later. I don't watch preseason. I did a little bit over Marcus House. I try to stay away from it. It's nasty to me. So, Draymond, damn, cuz. Like my thing is, ain't nobody talking about this part. If y'all release the video, release the audio, we don't want to see that shit. We want to hear that shit. See who got called a bitch or who got called a hoe. Who was talking about a female that they both know. We know. Oh, see? Release the audio film. Whoever did the video, y'all had the audio film. Y'all stripped that shit down. I don't like that shit. That was some bitch ass right there. That was some bitch ass shit right there. I don't like that. But the reason they stripped the audio, it had to be some foul shit said. Somebody said some foul shit. And looking at Draymond, maybe JP said some foul shit. We won't know. We won't never know, right? But it don't even matter. Jordan did push him first, and the law say, if I push you, fam, and you swing on me, I touched you first. In the court system, right? I touched you first. But once he did, and it's Jordan, you got to square up. I'll push you, fam. I'm squaring up. I'm pushing you for the separation, and I'm squaring up. Yo, we ready to roll. I'm squaring up. What you want? What's happening, cuz? Because you were walking up on me. Oh, man, I ain't trying to fight you. That way, if you try to sneak him, vodka, and that's it. That's from the hood. He didn't know. Then Dre hit him with the old school shit. He stepped into that shit and put his chest out on him. Come on, man. Some say it was a sucker punch, but Jordan pushed him first. A sucker punch is just walking up to somebody and just find them in their shit. When they want, or they ain't looking and you just come just rush them and find them in their shit. Was it retaliation then? Damn. So Saturday, Draymond apologized to Poole and the team. Well, he apologized to the Poole and the team on Thursday. The video was released on Friday, and then on Saturday, Draymond addressed the media and said he wanted to apologize to Jordan's mother and father. Now, I applaud him for that. That's total ownership over the punch and the shit that happened. Draymond says it would take an indefinite leave of absence from the team. Quote, I felt as a leader, I felt as a man, and I felt as a leader. He said that shit twice, Dre, end quote. Fuck, like, yo. So Draymond will return to the Warriors on Thursday, tomorrow, according to Steve Kerr, today, yesterday, whatever. And then I was listening to Skip Bayless, Undisputed, and he pointed out, Dre got a game for hurting KD's feelings, telling him we know you're going to leave and calling him a bitch because he wanted the ball at the end of the game. But for Jordan, he got no game and he physically assaulted a teammate. But if you suspend Draymond, would you have to suspend Jordan too? We don't want to suspend both of them on ring night. You can't get suspended for preseason games, I don't think. So, yeah, we kind of got to let this ride because we possibly would have had to suspend Jordan, too, for pushing them. But only because the shit was leaked. And we could talk about it. They talking about the contracts and all this shit and the money and all that shit. That's somebody agent, somebody homie, somebody released the audio. They know who did it already. If the Warriors did it to try to lessen Draymond's worth and value because they know they're not re-signing them, that's foul. This man have been a part of 4 chips. But we don't work with Draymond to know if Draymond do this shit all the time. See, with real organizations, loose lips sink ships. And you got to keep your mouth closed. And we don't know what be going on. Because I don't know what's going on in y'all house unless y'all put it out there for us. We don't know. Y'all know what's going on over here. Y'all see the studio. Y'all in Confidence in the Klutch studio. That's it. That's all y'all know. So I don't get on here talking about that shit. But if y'all see some shit, me interacting with my children or something, or my homies, then y'all might feel a certain way. Maybe. If I'm out of bounds. Or if I'm being a respectful father, friend, homie to anybody. So let me know what y'all think, man. Hit me episode notes on social media, YouTube. Let's talk about it in the comments, man, what y'all think, man, about everything. Now, I know y'all get on my ass about the music. I can't have a pop culture not talking about all this music that's released, though. But be honest with you, I listen to so many podcasts, and I keep on gaining podcasts. I listen to way too many podcasts. That's my problem. How many times do you got to listen to the same shit over and over and over and over and over again? That's why I try not to I editorialize shit because I'm not a journalist. But I editorialize what the fuck is going on in a unique way for me to get to y'all. That's what I do. Confidence in the Klutch, man. That's it, man. I know I have to listen to a little bit more music, but I be listening. When I do listen to music, I listen to the same shit. Like I be listening to TF and 211 out of California. Like shout out to Val Vegas Green for hipping me to that when we was down seeing Griselda in May down in Chicago. That shit dope. I will tell you this: the album of the years is getting up there. We got Pusha, we got Kendrick, we got Joey Badass, we got Vince Staples, and we're gonna have to throw this Bunny Rabbit up in here. You know what I mean? Gangsta Gibbs. So that's it, y'all. All right, get your confidence together, get your Klutch together. Support your own black-owned media. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. Confidence in the Klutch.podbean.com. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Klutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at KNK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch. Weekly, Donald Nelson, Deezy, Deezos, Deezy D, Deezos, Don P, Don D. Host Confidence in the Klutch. Host the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson. And Confidence in the Klutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, and society. And no, I'm not talking about fucking Kanye. You already know what it is, y'all. Have a safe and healthy night, man. If you listen during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, y'all. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 in the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the Klutch.
Confidence.